Here we are then. I arrived at Brindley Honda. Hopefully you'll get from and the sun is shining, man. We had a thunderstorm. I'm in all weather gear because it was thunderstormy, but hopefully we'll avoid that. And on the way up here I was getting lots of footage of me on the different modes on this bike. We're here with Lee again. Hello. Mate. I seem to be seeing a lot of you recently. You'll get sick of me.
Not a bad thing.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're a beautiful man. No, but it's all about the DCT on this bike because, as I say, I love this machine. And I've just actually something I just thought of, and it's the way I would classify this bike. It's the Grand Tourer of the bike world. You know when you have an Aston Martin, for instance, DB9 GT or a Ferrari GT? This is what this is, a sports bike, but with the ability for you to drive it all day, all around Europe and still have a lot of fun on it. Especially with a new feature now. We've talked about it. I did the instruction video yesterday. My impressions of the dual clutch transmission and the little Fliptronic here. For a start, that's, I can imagine using a track day if you had this system. I did use it, it was kind of like a novelty, but when you realise how good the automatic gearbox is, you kind of don't see a point in doing that.
That's it.
But the big thing that got me is I thought I'd be spending the whole time ghosting with my clutch handle, with my hand even, and with my the gear lever. But you know what, it really wasn't. The only time was when I come in to stop and I wanted to get into neutral. That was the only thing. But otherwise, as soon as you get on this, as soon as you pull off and you get used to it, that's it. It's amazingly
easy to ride.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You know what I mean? It's like we're just saying this about automatic cars. I've got a BMW V8 730. It's an old one. I loved manual cars, but I only use that to cruise on the motorway. I've got a sports automatic gearbox. I can see this because it's so good doing a similar thing. If you're going to be going racing out on track, you're not going to get it with it. You know what I mean? You want to keep, although with the manual you've got the option, you're going to want to keep, the manual control. But, oh my God, for people who do a lot of miles for touring, this is a real breakthrough, I reckon.
Motorway use, fast A-road use, what's the point of commuting even? I use it, I actually took it out when it had torrential rain a couple of months back, and it was great because my visor was completely soaked.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about changing gear and flipping my visor up like that. It didn't matter because I can take my left hand completely redundant side of my body and flip the visor up, and I could wipe my glasses, obviously.
I did find myself doing that. You just rest in the hand, going past a police car, and they're like, "Oi, what are you using?" Oh, no, look, there's no clutch.
That's it.
It's true. And the thing that got me about this is we talked about it yesterday. But first and second, you do feel a little click as it goes into gear. Do you know what I mean? Right. Especially at low speeds, filtering and things like that. But oh my God, from second to sixth, you don't notice when it changes gear. I mean, I'm not just saying like as in it changes smoothly, but as in it doesn't come off the power. If you watch the needle, you'll see it drop down slightly in the revs, but that's all. You don't feel any of that.
Also, it's a good job it's got a gear indicator.
Yes.
Tells you what gear in.
Otherwise, you really wouldn't know.
That's it. It does flick up. I said to you, it changed on me mid-bend, and I knew it was coming to change, and I thought, as anybody would on a manual bike, nobody would in mind would ever change up gear mid-corner. No. It changed up, and I don't know what we're worrying about. I thought, well, okay. Doesn't matter. I was in the right gear, the right rev range to open it up, and even when you open it up into high gear or if you high RPM after the corner, it just selects the right gear for you because it's already in that gear anyway. This
is the beauty of it because it's not having to change, it's already got it selected. And what really got me as well is it responds to how aggressive you are on the throttle. If you've just got it in normal drive mode and like I was filtering, it might even whack it in 6th gear when you're doing 35-40 because you don't need the power, but as soon as you then grab a bit of throttle it will drop down to 4th, to 3rd even. Put it into sports mode, it exaggerates that. And my favourite thing in the world on this, whack it in sports mode, sit at the lights, everyone looking at you and just go, bye-bye. And honestly, you open up the throttle and this thing, it just goes to the red line and just stays there. And it's almost dangerous because you're used to kind of getting to that point and then having to change, and that's going to signal in your brain, oh yeah, I'm doing certain speed. But with this, it just doesn't. So it just keeps on going up through into the 6 gears until you're finally been wheeling it for about 4 miles. It genuinely blew me away a little bit, that.
You'll have people as well say, oh, on my R1 on my blade, I've got a quick shifter. It actually changes gear quicker than a quick shifter. Yeah,
it really does actually, and I've used quick shifters, I love them, and quick shifters, I have them on the 675 Triumph, I had that, and it's like, you flick up, you don't have to use the clutch to go up through the gears, brilliant. This is very, it's as close to that as I felt, but if anything, there's still not even that, even in a quick shift, you have that little, that tiny little gap.
That's right, yeah, you can still feel the, obviously coming off to it, but yeah, it's good. It's the old debate between automatic cars and manual cars. Sometimes on a big long journey down the motorway, do you really need to have a gearbox you up and down? Yeah. Do you really need to commuting? I've commuted on an automatic car, and they're great. For that sort of purpose. But sometimes you want to get out there, you want a raw gearbox on a track day. You can buy the geared version if you want to do track days. Yeah. If you want that sort of intense.
Yeah, you want that all complete control, totally.
That's it. If you want to do that, fine. It's not saying, hey, let's get rid of that. You still can do it on that if you want to.
Yeah.
But if you want something a bit different, hey, come and try it.
Do you know what I'm really impressed about? As I thought, as I say, it was almost going to be like a gimmick, but this is an actual, real, viable, and the first one I've ridden, automatic bike. And as I say, it's not something that I would kind of want on the bikes at the moment because I like to use it, but it's good enough. And I mean that, just doing the long journeys hitting the motorway. If I had to go on a big long tour, yeah, I'd like that on my bike.
The reason why Honda brought it out was not to detract away from the riding experience, it was to offer a completely different.
Yeah.
They could have put a clutch in it, they could even have put a flappy paddle, gear chains if you wanted to do it with your foot. But they said, no, let's make it on the hands, let's do it on the left hand side, let's do it so that it's a completely different experience to anything else out there.
Yeah.
You know, some of the things do offer a change with the foot control, the foot pedal.
Yeah.
But no, it's completely different, even down to the handbrake.
Wicked. Well, I recommend come along and try one out. You've got one on demo here, haven't you? Done at Brindley Honda, and
this is our demo.
yeah, and this is actually, of course, it is actually your demo one, yeah, because you're lending it to me over tonight. So worth coming out and having a go, and it didn't take a lot of time to adjust to it. Literally, I almost kind of typical. Was standing there in front of a couple of lads yesterday, and literally, you know, put it in gear and was like brilliant. Just touched the accelerator, and of course, it pulled off because he used to having the clutching thing. But after that, I didn't have any issues with it. As I say, the only thing is at low speed you feel it a little bit more. But do you know what you would do if you were changing gears?
If you ride big scooters,
yeah,
like big scooters, and you're thinking, I'm sick of them, I want to try something else. Try one of these.
What an alternative. No, so true, because we're pretty sure, we don't know what the score is with the licences, but it's an automatic gearbox, therefore technically on the licence we've passed on an automatic scooter you should be able to ride this. But whatever it is, it's a really, really good breakthrough. I'm actually genuinely impressed by that. And up next, well, look what I got! To follow on from the Blade, a beautiful CBR 600 RR, which I am going to get on in a second and shoot home.
Yes, as well.
Oh yeah, well we will come back to this bike in 2 seconds. So DCT, really interesting, give it a try.